This is Lousewort, forest lousewort, or the wood betony, and this is really attractive flower that you find. Forms these spikes with these really sort of maroon red tops of the flowers and the cream color below. This is forming a tulip flower like we saw in the mint family, but this is not the mint family. This is the figwort family, or a better name for that is snapdragon family. So it looks a lot like a snapdragon. It does not have the characteristics of the mint, but rather of snapdragon. We saw earlier the speedwell, which had a non-typical snapdragon flower, or a flower not typical of the snapdragon family. So here you see in this typical flower the two lips, the upper lip, or almost the helmet, and the lower lip down below here. You'll notice that there is the stigma protrudes out of this upper lip, and it's ready to be in position to be touched by the pollinator as the pollinator comes in to probe in between the lower lip and the upper lip. One thing that's sort of noticeable about the louseworts that make them really easy to identify is the fact that the flowers are sort of twisted and curved to one side, as you'll notice here. So that's very distinctive of the louseworts, and also the fact that the leaves are divided a long way down toward the midrib. So they're still simple leaves, but they are what we would call pinnately pinnatophyid. And then each of those divisions are further toothed. It's also a rather hairy plant. You can see the hairs, here's some dew caught in the hairs, makes it really striking as well. Louseworts, as I said, are in the snapdragon family, but recent work on DNA suggests they are actually more closely, should be more closely related, or are more similar to the things like the beech drops, which are a parasitic flowering plant that has no chlorophyll. Well, here we see these plants have chlorophyll, but if you look underground, you'll find that they are attached to fungi, and the fungi are basically directing a lot of food to these plants. So these are what we would call hemiparasites, or partially saprophytic plants that are actually having a symbiotic relationship with fungi to obtain a good portion of their food, even though they actually have chlorophyll.